Hello.
Hello. And welcome.
And welcome to Ghoul Pool. Ooh, we're in the pool now. Splish splash, I'm taking a bath.
Oh, I can't swim.
Yeah. Do you want to do?
What's up, everyone? This is the first episode of our attempt at a podcast. My name is William, and this is...
I'm Rick.
That's Rick.
This is technically my second attempt at a podcast, but we're not going to get into that.
We're not getting into that.
We're not going to.
We might get into it.
We're
We're going to get into it like a lot, actually. Yeah. Well, who should lead?
Okay. Hi, I'm Rick Henley. This is Ghoul Pool. We're here today to talk about Evil Dead Burns and the Evil Dead franchise as a whole.
Yes.
This is going to be a podcast about, horror movies, but horror media in general. We're still figuring out. This is our very, very first podcast,
Yes.
so thank you for joining us today.
So tell us what we fuck up.
Yes.
Gently.
Gently. Very gently. Please fuck us.
If you're mean, I
gently.
won't listen. If you're mean, we'll do it again out of spite.
Yeah, absolutely. William, what was a film that you saw when you were too young? Maybe it was your first horror film that you really remember, that you really stuck with you.
Yeah. I was. I like this idea. I like this question a lot because I have my first actual horror movie experience. Probably The Sixth Sense. I think was the first actual horror movie I saw, which when I was a kid scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
First theater experience was, I think it was either Paranormal Activity 2 or The Woman in Black starring Daniel Radcliffe. Neither one's very good, and neither one really holds up. And so the thing is, though, the movie this is the only movie that I can actually think of that really ruined my brain a little bit. And it was, I think I was probably 8 years old. And I was supposed to be in bed, and I walked out to the living room and caught my mom watching The Dark Crystal. The Jim Henson, I think it's 1982, something like that, nightmare puppet movie. And I've now I've rewatched it as an adult, and honestly, I see where I was coming from as a kid.
Yeah, that's an intense movie.
It's some of it's kind of goofy, but also the detail of the facial designs of those puppets, and then also a lot of the in-camera, the big spider crab things. Those I'm oh yeah, just the way that this is shot, I totally understand why as a kid I thought that was a real giant crab.
Oh,
you know? Those practical effects go a long way, especially when you're a kid. So The Dark Crystal is my nightmare movie, and I honestly it still gets to me. That was the first movie that gave me bad dreams for years after that.
Yeah, I get that. Those 80s films had a hard PG.
Yeah.
Hard PG kind of thing.
We were just really not worried about what kids might get out of those.
They were just you know what, you just got to get outside and don't come back until the street lights are on, or whatever the hell people were doing with their children back then. I don't know. I wasn't alive.
Yeah.
Neither of us were alive. Yeah, okay. So that the first horror film I remember seeing is a really weird one. I rewatched it recently, and it kind of holds up. It's the remake of A House on Haunted Hill.
Oh, okay, yeah.
1995.
Oh, was it with Liam Neeson?
Was it with Liam Neeson, or is that
Maybe.
No? I don't think so. I don't know. I think it's a very fun, spooky, dumb movie. And I also had a nanny that let me watch Terminator 2 when I was 5. So those are the two kind of shit.
That was the ideological battle in my
my
parental situation, because it was my mom was kind of don't show him things that might traumatize him, and my dad was I don't understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, he's got to be a man. He's got to learn. He's got to protect himself against machines.
He started sneaking microdosing violent movies to me when I was a kid, and he always, I kind of remember this too, but his perspective on it is really funny, because he showed me out of context the fight scene in the second Matrix movie where he's fighting all the Agent Smiths. They all turn into rubber basically. But but he said when I was a kid I was this is fucking awesome. But I guess when he was he put it on for me, and he said that when he looked over at me and I was just fucking stimming, just jumping in my seat, and he was oh no, I broke him.
Yeah, jazzed him up a little bit there. Okay, what did I write down in this bullshit? You might want to...
Next thing on outline.
Okay, next thing on outline, Okay.
We're all business here. We got to keep it moving.
I know. We're really trying hard here, folks.
Very serious people.
We're talking about Evil Dead Burns. The movie just came out. Me and our wonderful, illustrious, sexy producer, Brandon Bjornson. Me and him, we saw it yesterday. I like that little kiss. Yeah. So we're here to talk about that. William, you are a film reviewer?
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, I do stuff. Like, yeah, so I mean, like film reviews, I guess it's like pretty much just a hobby. You know, it's not like I like am making bank off this or anything.
I think you're terrific. I think you're a really good writer.
Thank you. Yeah, I like reviewing movies a lot. I've been doing it since high school. Like I used to, like in high school, I would write like full essay length reviews for everything. And I think like when I was like 16, I wrote like 45 of them in a year or something. Crazy. And
wow.
like, yeah, and then it kind of like just sort of like more things start happening in your life. And I was kind of like, all right, I can only do a few of these every now and then. But eventually I figured out if I just make an Instagram account and like am limited to the character limit of a post, then it's like really easy for me to just crank one out in like 10 minutes. Like sometimes I'll just like go to the bathroom and I'm like, I should probably write a review while I'm taking a shit right now.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Like that's kind of my like, you know, timer. It's like, all right, time's up, review goes.
Yeah, that's what Bukowski was doing, only with a typewriter.
Yeah, I'm just like Charles Bukowski, but on a toilet with my phone.
That's how he did it. That's how it's done. What's the name of the Instagram account?
It's William Likes Movies.
Yeah, so you know, go fucking get it, you little turds.
Yeah, I try to like review stuff that I'm thinking like maybe other people aren't already super aware of. So like, I don't know. Like, yeah, I was kind of taking a break for a while, but then a few years ago, I watched this movie called Hundreds of Beavers.
Oh, I love that movie.
See, there you go. That's right.
I love that movie.
We'll talk about Hundreds of Beavers someday. Yeah. That's kind of like because that reminded me like what the whole point of it was and why I like reviewing movies. Because like honestly, I will watch fucking whatever, and like I don't really respect my time that much. So I'll kind of sit through like a terrible movie that I don't think you should spend your time on, and you know, on the flip side, then sometimes I'll dig into like, I'll just watch like some weird indie stuff that could be a total miss. But then sometimes you find those hidden gems like Hundreds of Beavers. And it's like, oh, this is what it's all about. Like if I can just get one other person to like someone who would enjoy this movie who might not have known about it otherwise, that's fucking awesome. That's why I like reviewing movies.
I could totally deviate this whole conversation about Hundreds of Beavers. I'm sorry, I keep tapping the chair.
Yeah, we're gonna
sorry, I keep doing that.
We'll put a pin in Hundreds of Beavers.
Put a pin in a beaver right now.
Or just watch it right now. So turn this off and watch Hundreds of Beavers instead.
Fuck this shit. We're gonna watch Hundreds of Beavers. Yeah, okay. No, on the flip side of that, I guess I'm more of a film lover. I just like talking about shit. I have special interests. Evil Dead is definitely one of them. It's a franchise that has spanned decades, comic books, video games, television show, obviously a lot of movies. It's just one of those like workhorses that no matter like where it kind of goes, it always ends up coming back in some new weird iteration.
Yeah, it's a very adaptable franchise.
It's a super adaptable franchise, and it plays on these very interesting themes of just like what happens when the person you love wants to kill you.
Yeah, right.
You know, like at the end of the day, that's kind of like the real evil behind Evil Dead, not the sound, you know, like sound bitey or whatever.
Yeah, no, I mean it's true. Like just the ugliness that kind of like I think the idea like something that always kind of gets to me about the Evil Dead movies is sort of like when they you know become possessed and start saying all these horrible things. Like how much of this was kind of already there in the person's head, and now they're just being enabled to say that thing that they've been holding in, or is it like you know truly an artificial like thought that's planted in their head that wasn't of their own you know creation at all. And that's kind of, so I agree. That's like kind of been the through line of all the movies. Like you said this, we rewatched all of the movies leading up to this one together. So something that you'd said was kind of like even more than like the person you love most trying to kill you, like just the person you love most saying the most horrible things to you that you could possibly imagine. Like that stuff is it's these movies are pretty cruel at their best. So
it's cruelty in love and compassion. I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say, but like it plays on the anxiety of like toxic relationships, whether that's a mother, a partner, you know, your dog, which we will get into with the new movie. And I guess like if you take that also into like the whole like extended universe of it all, like the the thing with the Evil Dead, I'm a huge zombie nerd. That's like my special interest. Is like they are, and people will argue like, oh, like Return of the Living Dead. That's the most dangerous zombie type because they're invincible. It's like the thing with the Evil Dead is like anything can be it. You know, an inanimate, weird little object, a soda can, can try and kill you. So I see it as like the ultimate version of like an infection, a thing of like possession. Like it's
and that there is like a deliberate thought process behind them where it's like they want to see you suffer the most that they can make you suffer. Like, in every way, psychologically, physically, like, emotionally, so they just like really dig at you. And I think like where a lot of other movies are kind of like all about like racking up the kill count and getting to it as fast as possible, it's like in these ones a lot of the time it's the antagonist like almost stalling to see how long they can keep the characters alive, which is like I think kind of like what makes this more unique than just being like than them just being treated like animals that are bloodthirsty. It's like more complicated than that. It's more there's more of a philosophy behind it. Yeah,
there's more of like a philosophy and even like a lore. I mean, the thing with the whole like introduction of like the Necronomicon, what I really love about the Evil Dead series is that it does share a universe technically in the broader like Lovecraftian scheme of things. Because the Necronomicon is from the writings of H.P. Lovecraft. There's some implications that like Evil Dead and Reanimator share a universe, or even in the comic books, there's like Army of Darkness versus Reanimator, where Ash fights, like Dr. Herbert West. It's a crazy comic book. It like goes in like Alice in Wonderland type of.
Which I didn't know any of this until we started talking about it, but I like that totally tracks for me. Even like tonally with what Reanimator is, it's like they're not like worlds apart.
They're great comic books. I forget who the artist was, but it's like done in this sort of like Disney-esque kind of style, like it's like perverted Disney kind of. So it's really weird. It's
finally,
it's really really weird stuff. But like, and then there's like the video games have like a different lore. Like there was the first one that came out was for the PlayStation 1. Then there was a second one with like your sidekick was like a little person that was like half deadite, which is really great. I need to pull up references for all of this, but it's crazy because what I love about that was like it's a direct sequel to Evil Dead. So like in that video game, Ash doesn't like go back in time or whatever. It's literally like just the cops come and just put him in an insane asylum because they're like, you murdered your entire family with a chainsaw.
What would happen, I guess.
Yeah, it's like a realistic ending, but then it like evolves into like this like weird like hack and slash kind of game. It's really fun. I really wish I could remember the title.
See, that's what's good. Like I have no idea that any of this shit even exists.
I know.
Like, I'm pretty locked into just like the movies because it's like I mean I love the Evil Dead movies, but also I'm like I think we're both really big Sam Raimi fans in general. Like I pretty much love every movie that he's ever made, with like a few exceptions. Like I wasn't crazy about like Doctor Strange, but hey, not too bad. Still pretty good movie like overall. So I mean, he's like pretty great. Like I don't know, pretty great track record for me. And I forgot what I was gonna say.
I mean, he's a guy that's been doing this shit like since he was a kid. He made Evil Dead. I forget if it was his short film like Within the Woods where he stole all of the camera equipment from his university, or if it was Evil Dead where he stole all the camera equipment for. It was one of the two.
It feels like a movie that's made with stolen equipment.
Yeah,
like,
he committed a crime.
He committed a crime.
He committed a crime to get this made.
Probably by like modern labor laws, a few crimes.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, what he put Bruce Campbell through, like, alone.
He wanted it.
He wanted it. He wanted to be hit by sticks and spun around.
He jumped into that wall himself.
I don't know what to tell you, man. He just threw himself around. Yeah. Okay. What? Oh yeah. We'll edit around this a little bit. Okay. Talking about Evil Dead Burns. Yeah. Do you want to give like thoughts and reviews and like get into all that? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm down.
Okay.
Is it Evil Dead Burn or Evil Dead Burns?
I think it's Evil Dead Burn. I don't know why.
It's Burn.
Okay. Because plural would make it. Because it's Evil Dead. No,
it's not. No. Just fucking lying to us.
Oh, fuck you.
Fuck you. I'm like, I just saw it. Like, it's on the fucking screen.
We're such bad movie reviewers.
So I mean, like, I guess maybe we'll kind of like talk about where this sort of fits in with like, you know, the ranking of the rest of the movies at some point.
Yeah,
like
sure. Yeah.
I think overall, I think there's not a bad Evil Dead movie.
No. I saw a video essay that was like Evil Dead is the best horror movie franchise. And yeah, I think pound for pound, film for film,
Yeah.
you know, there's no like
There's not one that I would like rather kill myself than rewatch.
Right,
So that's
yeah,
like definitely
yeah,
better
yeah.
than most like long lasting horror movie
oh, God,
franchises.
yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I was going in like kind of optimistic about this because I like the director's last movie, which is called, I think it's called Infested. It's either Infested or it's Infested. It's like a French movie, and I saw that a few years ago because I saw that he was slated to do the next Evil Dead movie.
That's
so I was
awesome,
like, all right, I'll go check this out, which I think is like pretty cool that that's what ended up happening. First of all, that Sam Raimi picked a director who has a movie that like maybe not everyone who's into like Evil Dead has seen, but they probably would like, because that's exactly what happened. I checked it out and I was like, this is dope. It's not like amazing, but it is fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
And it's like it was pretty clear right away. I was like, this guy definitely has the potential to do a pretty solid Evil Dead movie. And so this is following Evil Dead Rise, which I like quite a bit. I thought that was like it's just like I had low expectations for that movie, so I was kind of like I thought it looked bad for whatever reason, and then it started getting good reviews, and I was like, cool. Yeah, I think I wasn't even going to see it. I think I was annoyed like on principle that there was like a new Evil Dead movie coming out, and then I saw it and actually really like for the most part enjoyed it. And so what I was kind of like looking for with this movie was like more of the same, but also honestly to distance itself from all the like member berries stuff and like repeated dialogue and like, because I mean we rewatched Evil Dead Rise, and honestly on the rewatch it started to give me like some Alien Romulus vibes, which is not my jam. I do not like that movie, and
I agree,
like,
because
it's like just kind of a Frankenstein monster of the movies that already exist. And when they do these like member berry repeated dialogue things, I was talking about this earlier, that it's like effectively in the movie it's basically a fourth wall break, but the movie doesn't treat it like a fourth wall break. So it's like I'm expected to still be like fully immersed in the moment while it is doing something that is like objectively pulling me out of the reality and the universe of the scene, because it's like, why would anyone be saying these words right now? Not so bad in Evil Dead Rise, but it started to kind of get there. So I was like, hopefully we don't drift like further in that direction. So all of that to say that basically like I was going in kind of optimistic, and I actually fucking loved this movie.
Oh, hell yeah.
And like I like so much more than I thought I was going to. And I avoided the trailers and stuff, so I really have no idea how this is looking. I'm seeing it's not getting like the best reviews. I think maybe like a little less good than Evil Dead Rise. And like that doesn't surprise me, because while I was watching this, I was like, I feel like this is more of what I want, and maybe not more of what everyone else wants, because again, I don't like Alien Romulus. I'm in the minority on that, so there are like certain things that like I just don't connect with that kind of like clearly do work for a lot of people, and like there's nothing wrong with that. It's just like, you know, it hasn't been my thing.
Alien Romulus I thought was very milquetoast, and it was just like, I agree. It was just all the tropes kind of like piled in together.
Exactly, yeah. So like this, I was kind of like, all right, like Evil Dead Rise was a solid, like kind of safe bet, I think. Like it was different enough where it, you know, feels like its own movie, but it also wasn't like reinventing the wheel, you know? And like this was like, I wouldn't say reinventing the wheel, but I do think this was like pushing it further into like, first of all, the territory of just being like more mean-spirited and like more cruel and absurd. And like this movie, in contrast to Evil Dead Rise, I actually really didn't feel like any of the characters were overtly safe. Like in Evil Dead Rise, I'm kind of like, I don't think they're going to kill the little kid.
Right.
And like this, I was like, right away, it just has like, first of all, such a like style and personality with just the way that it's like cut together, and it's like super quick and kind of disorienting, and like maybe one of those things, maybe that's something that people aren't really liking, is it's like kind of it's sort of in your face like right away with how quick everything's moving. But I was just sort of like, I like that this movie is being right away like commanding and abrasive with its style, like just like doesn't want you to really be relaxed at all. And I think even in like conversation scenes in this movie, it still finds like some sort of like unrest to kind of tap into, like even scenes that are just like at the funeral or whatever. You know, we'll get into like spoilers later, but like basically I think this is like definitely the best Evil Dead movie since the original trilogy. And I'm not surprised that maybe some other people aren't liking it, because it is like, it's pretty brutal and like ugly, and I think it's like, for me, captures the original ethos a little bit closer than Evil Dead Rise did, but maybe the public perception of what Evil Dead is now is a little closer to like the Evil Dead Rise level of extremity.
Right.
You know what I mean?
The thing with Evil Dead Rise, we're all based in LA, and the movie was shot in New Zealand, and you can just tell.
Yeah, we were making fun of it the whole time.
Yeah,
We're like, it's not Los Angeles.
What?
It's French.
No, I'm talking about Evil Dead
Evil Dead
Rise.
Oh, that's not French.
That's not French.
It's not French.
I don't think. But
No,
this
it's
one,
not French. This one's
is.
a French guy. Yeah, no, that was Lee Cronin.
Yeah, and it's so obviously not shot
the
in
new one was
Los Angeles, so that will throw you if you're a local here. I mean, the forest scene was absurd. It was like going through like fucking Vietnam vegetation.
Oh, and Evil Dead Rise?
Yeah, I was just like, that does not look
It's like a
Big Bear.
triangular like cabin.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck is
Yeah,
this?
the
Nothing
trees
like
are
this
all like
exists in America.
gnarly and bent out and whatever. No, but I think with Evil Dead Rise and this one too, and Evil Dead Burn, my big gripe with both of these films is that they do feel like they're getting away from having like everyday average people be the protagonist.
Yeah,
like
sure.
I think what makes Evil Dead special, especially with its main protagonist Ash Williams, is that he is an everyday guy.
Sure, yeah.
He is not special. He works at a Walmart knockoff.
Yeah.
He's the kind of guy that would go and, you'd have a couple beers with and be like, this guy's kind of unpleasant, and just kind of like leave it at that.
Sure.
I will say, like, I agree with everything you're saying. I think this is probably the strongest in the new ones so far, for sure. My big gripe, for sure, is just like, we're getting so far away from like just average everyday people. And it's leaving certain things like, why do these rich people who own like a nightclub, restaurant thing, whatever, like why do they have this like super shitty rundown cabin that's like not well taken care of?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
but it's small stuff. Those are only like nitpicky things that I was just thinking about in the back of my head when I was saying it. I will admit, this is the first time we've ever seen like a deadite possess a dog.
Yeah, dope.
That's the
Great
first
idea.
time in the films. In the films, I think it happens in Ash versus the Evil Dead, and definitely the comics at some point. Like the comics, like there's in one of the books, like an entire forest of animals gets possessed and attacks Ash.
I was wondering if there was stuff like that in maybe like extended universe sort of things. Because honestly, I guess it hadn't really even occurred to me until like this movie that I was like, oh yeah, I guess that's been on the table the entire time. It's just like, yeah. Anyway, I thought that was a great idea.
But I think incorporating like the elderly was great. That's I don't know. Do we want to get into spoiler? Is this spoiler time?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is there anything else we need to say? Like, I mean, it's a recommendation. I think we both liked it, right?
Yeah,
like,
go see it. Go support horror. Go support like a really solid film. The French people do horror amazing.
Yeah, it was. There was stuff about it where I was like, I think even if I didn't know who this director was, it would have struck me as not an American director.
Definitely
like
not.
right
He,
off the bat.
Leans hard into that French pride towards the end. Like really, like
yeah, and kind of just like I don't know. It was like, I think maybe one other thing this compared to Evil Dead Rise is like, I think in general the characters are less likable in this movie.
Yeah.
Like they're more overtly flawed, and Evil Dead Rise definitely
yeah.
is going out of your way to kind of like go out of its way to like, there is this like sort of kind of like unconventional warmth in the family unit. Like there's maybe some like turbulence, but it's like, I think it wants you to get the point across that there is like a sincere undertone of love there, like misguided or misplaced as it may be.
Yeah.
But this movie is like, people are kind of already at each other like right away, and also the way that it kind of reveals the characters to you. It's like no one's really introduced in an immediately flattering way. And if they are, then the movie kind of like challenges you later on to decide if that actually was like if that really was how they are or not.
It's so fun that they have like a character that's just a full-blown coward.
Yes.
As a writer,
oh my God, yeah.
There's two things that I love writing that they're so fun to write. It's stupid and cowardice.
Yeah, I loved that.
And this guy is both. I mean, like, he's really just, and he's so pathetic. He reminds me too much of myself, where it's like, oh, you've forgotten to write, you haven't written 5 books or whatever that was, like, or you have 5 unfinished books that you just want to get back to, like, yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just get into spoilers,
Yeah,
right?
fuck it.
I
This
think,
is spoiler time, baby.
spoilers. Yeah, go see it. It's good. It's really good. I mean, like, fuck, dude. Not like, don't see it if you don't like violence, though.
Why are you watching us?
Why? I don't know why you're watching this or why you even know what Evil Dead is.
You're watching
like,
two fucking weird guys in the bottom of a pool.
because this one is like it. I mean, dude, it makes good on the title.
It
like,
does,
It really
yeah,
does.
yeah.
And I was like, I feel like this is all just a really like well put together project, honestly.
It
and
is,
so,
yeah, for sure.
what you're talking about with the coward stuff too, like
So fun.
I liked how that character is like. I mean, he's the first face I think you see in the movie too, which they're really quick. I actually really loved how they just bulldoze through the exposition like right at the beginning to just give you like just enough information to be like, yeah, there's a Book of the Dead, like someone read it at some point, like blah blah blah, whatever. You know, it just gets it like out of the way so we can hit the ground running like real fucking quick.
Right.
And like, but that it's. You would kind of assume that's going to be the protagonist of the movie, and then even in the next scene,
right,
with all of them like together at the restaurant or the nightclub or whatever, it's like he's kind of painted like the straight man, and
right,
like, you know, there's like these guys are all kind of like messy, but you know, his brother and the wife, and his wife seems like straight arrow too, but like. It's kind of a misdirect because then that's not really how that character goes.
No, not at all. I think they're all like. I think the wife was like. You're talking about the wife of the guy that like dies in the first. It's a spoiler.
Yeah. So there's the main guy who's at the start, and then there's his brother,
right,
who's the one who crashes the car,
right.
That his wife,
right, her.
Yeah.
I liked her a lot, but yeah, they made her a little bit like. I like that she was like not overly upset, and then they got into why she wasn't overly upset.
I really like that opening scene. Like, well, not the opening, but the first time that all four of them are together. Like, I like the perspective that it gives you in that opening scene because it's like, when I was watching it, I was like, damn, she's kind of fucking mean to her husband, huh? She's like, I was like, she's tried to like kiss his brother, and she's like smoking cigarettes, and they're talking about having a baby and stuff, and like, obviously that is not the whole story. Like, but it was clever because then when you get to meet like. The family of the dead guy, you can kind of see like why they're not the biggest fans of her.
Yeah,
because it's like they have the perspective that you were given at the start of the movie, and then slowly you realize what the actual dynamic was like. But it was clever.
He's an abusive dickhead. I do feel like they leaned a little bit at the start, a little bit too heavy on that. Like he's like, fuck it, come here, bitch, I'll fucking whatever. I'm gonna get in my car.
It was like it was almost too far for me, but I think because like. In the context of that scene, her behavior felt kind of like it was like it felt kind of like cold on both sides to me.
It felt like a very bad relationship.
Yeah,
that's
like
what it felt like.
It seemed like both of the, like I kind of was like, oh, it seems like maybe she does like to get under his skin a little bit. Was like just what I was reading like in that opening scene. That is not how I feel about it by the end of the movie. But like I think it was like nuanced enough where he personally didn't strike me as like cartoon character abusive husband like in that start.
He just seemed hot. And I was like, why is this guy so fucking angry?
Yeah, it seemed hot.
And then they obviously like got into that. But like in that scene, I don't know. I mean, it's a horror movie. They have to keep things moving. This is obvious. By the way, I think this is like the longest Evil Dead film.
It is, yeah.
By like, it's like almost like 2 hours long, which is like surprising. Like, you know.
Yeah, and like honestly, I don't know. I'd be curious to see like how other people feel about how this movie's paced. But like honestly, especially because all the other movies are really fresh in my memory. In most of them, there is a portion in them where I'm like, oh my God, can we fucking get it moving? Like, just a little bit. And it never lasts like too long. Like I said, I do for the most part like all the movies. I'm really lukewarm on the remake, the Fede Alvarez one.
Yeah.
Fede Alvarez, Alien Romulus.
I feel like the old ones all move because they're all just like, that's just how they were back in the day. They were just run and gun. I mean, fucking Army of Darkness is like 70 minutes, which is just crazy.
Yeah.
But like, this new one, it's like very well structured. It's very well paced. They take time to just give you a little bit of this like, God, it's like a theater. I'm a theater major, so I have to compare everything to the theater. But it does feel a little bit like this like dysfunctional sort of like death of a salesman type of just like, God, we're all just like, these people are just trying and things aren't working out. And
I thought they had way more depth than I was expecting them to have. Like I think they had, and look, I'm not saying this is like the deepest film I've ever seen. Like, I mean, it's not like there are other horror movies in even like recent years that have had like more thorough character development, but that's not really what this movie is about. And I think for what this movie is, it's kind of above average with like how much depth there is to the characters. Like I think no one's like totally just one note, and I could say more than one thing about every character in the movie, which is like way more than I could say for most horror movies in general.
Oh god, yeah. I mean, it's probably like your best like summer horror film. It's mid-July. Yeah. Fucking see it in a packed crowd on Saturday night. It's gonna be fun.
Watch everyone get pissed off.
Yeah, or whatever they're gonna do. You know.
But yeah, I think that when the is that main guy's name William? Is that his fucking name in the movie?
Name? I don't fucking know.
Oh no, that's the dead brother. That's the dead brothers. Because because I saw I saw it with my girlfriend, and it was like the William's funeral.
Oh god.
And then his mom's name is Sue, and that was my mom's name. And my girlfriend was like, I don't want to watch this anymore.
Oh, that's fair.
Like, fuck this. I was like, whatever, it's fine.
She's gonna be a French girl there, like in a hoodie, looking all fucking.
My girlfriend would never be French.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah. But yeah, so that character, I guess the good brother, the living brother,
right?
The one who doesn't die in the first like 15 minutes. He like when he's first confronted with the Evil Dead stuff, and his dad is possessed and starts murdering his wife, and he just fucking runs away. I mean, he has the opportunity to shoot him with the gun, and then he just like doesn't, and then just gets out of the car and like runs away, and then his dad fucking murders his wife. And I was like, I think that was like a really bold character move, because I think like honestly a lot of people in my audience like started laughing at that. I think just like the disbelief of like, wow, this is actually like what they're having this character do, because like I can't really remember like another like wide release horror movie in recent memory where a character has done something that cowardly and it's played for that. I
kind of got it. It wasn't a wide release. It was part of the Dimension Extreme line back in the early 2000s. It was called Feast, which is one of my favorite horror films. It's a very like it had like 2 other sequels. Super niche.
I don't think I've heard of that.
Oh, we gotta watch it. You'll love it. You'll love it. It's a horror comedy, but it is like there's a lot of cowardice in that film. There's a lot of like the whole point of the film is like all of these characters are these stereotypical type of characters, but they all do things that go against their stereotypes. So like the big hero action guy, he dies immediately. The guy who's like an idiot coward, he ends up being like the last one alive. It's like all these like kind of like different tropes and shit like that.
Yeah. That's cool.
But yeah, it reminded me a lot of that because it's like an enclosed space. There's like an outside threat that bleeds in. I mean, obviously, it reminded me a lot of Evil Dead.
Probably not something that would be totally off like Sam Raimi's radar.
Definitely not.
Like,
no. I think, God, like some big star produced the first one. Like a really big star, like fucking Ben Affleck.
Mel Gibson.
Like, it's it's Uwe Ball. Let's not talk about that. Let's not. Oof, God.
Put a pin in Uwe Ball.
Put a fucking pin in that guy, man. Keep him away from a beer hall.
You did bring up something interesting with this movie, though, which is like you're not wrong about like the distancing from like the everyday man. You know? And, like, I think that was something that I think that's something that I like about this movie, because like we could. I mean, the only other way to kind of, I think, like stay with that and have that be a consistent through line in the franchise is if we like did do like evolving, I don't know, development of like the Deadites, I guess, or the lore, and that was like the primary focus of the movie.
I will say this had the most interesting Deadite behavior out of all of them. I mean, there's an air of like weird compassion with dealing with like the elderly. Character.
It was the most like nuanced that it's been.
Yeah, and because like they have like a real goal, What do we?
Knife scene?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, they had like a goal. Yeah. It wasn't just like let's kill everybody.
Yeah, right. There was that was already kind of different too. Like there was like it wasn't just the torture like of the characters, which is like honestly, I mean, from my perspective, it's like that's enough for a horror movie. Honestly, it's fine. I don't necessarily need like a film school level like plot thrust for me to stay interested. But then like this one kind of did have that. And like honestly though, this was back to the pacing of this movie. Like something that I thought was kind of awesome is like there really wasn't a scene for me that felt like we could just lose this, or like this is like losing my interest. And the only time where it started to happen was when they kind of have a moment to breathe, and the main girl, the wife of the dead guy, starts like asking him questions about like what is this thing, like how does that work. And it was like I was like, all right, this is like literally the first time in the movie where I'm kind of like starting to chill out and kind of not not like directly 100% engaged. And I think that honestly, because it's not even a bad scene or anything, it just kind of more speaks to like the strength of the rest of the movie and how like just completely in it I was for so long. And I was like, wow, we're fucking like an hour 15 minutes into this movie or something, and this is like the first time where I'm like, all right, yeah, we could speed this along. Like, pretty good, dude, honestly, like for a wide release horror movie that is like over an hour and 40 minutes too. It's
very impressive.
Getting close to 2 hours. That's crazy.
Yeah, it didn't feel like that, which is crazy because like there's been movies I've seen that are like 70 minutes long, and they're like
fuck my life.
Yeah, like 8 Crazy Nights. That movie's like 70 minutes long, and it feels like it's 2 hours.
70 years. Yeah.
The fucking animation is so good, and Whitey Duvall is one of the most hilarious fucking characters in anime. But it's such a dog shit movie. Anyway. No, I think it's a great film.
Do an Adam Sandler Evil Dead movie.
Oh god, I can't. That would be really bad. I'm sorry, Brandon.
And he could like play several of them too.
Come here, you little.
He likes it. Brandon likes this idea. He's giving me he's giving us the thumbs up right now. He's saying sell it.
A Wario movie.
Whoa, Mikey! They got me flying around. Help me! Help me! You'll be dead by dawn. Oh!
And none of that in this movie. None of the reincorporation stuff. Like I love that. Dude, the restraint to like not have someone go like get some or not have like the Deadite start chanting Dead by Dawn. It's like I'm like I already fucking have those moments. I don't actually need them to be in another movie. Like you're just making me wish I was watching the old movie if that's the best you've got, you know, is the shit that I've already seen.
There was one line of Dead by Dawn that I think was very tasteful, or like it's like the mother is slowly overcoming, you know, you'll be dead by dawn. But it's like,
I think I missed that. I don't even think I caught it. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. It's like tasteful.
But it was subtle. It was tasteful, and like once you do that, then you can play around with it. I mean, and they were really signaled that at the very end of the film where she's trying to like in that pit, like we're in this pit, and we're in this pit, and she's like pulling down the construction equipment or whatever, like the weapon, and there's like a chainsaw and then there's a jackhammer.
Yeah, right.
My one gripe with that, because I've always wanted to see this done in a horror movie, she should have put the fucking jackhammer in his mouth. I think that would have been... Maybe that was a little too phallic. Maybe they didn't want to...
Did she put it kind of in his heart?
She put it in his heart. It works. It works symbolically.
Because love's not enough.
Crushed his head.
She really crushed... Oh, yeah. She like grabbed him like... Meh. Like me with a hamburger. Just... Meh. That's how I eat. Little kitten. What the fuck were we talking about? I totally fucking forgot.
Jackhammer in the mouth.
Jackhammer in the mouth.
And or heart.
Yeah, I mean, like I think it's great. I think what was the thing that you didn't like about it? Was there anything that you didn't like?
I mean, I don't know. There's like maybe some okay, I want to say like difference between something I don't like and something I could maybe like see reasonably criticized.
For sure, yeah.
Because like I fucking love that this movie actually has a style and like and also that movie Infested. If you liked this movie, you should definitely watch Infested because like it's not amazing, but like I was shocked like right off the bat how much this movie just immediately looks and sounds like that movie in terms of like casting and the cinematography and the color correction and the editing. I was like, fuck, this really does feel like this director's second movie.
That's
and like,
good. That's a good sign.
Yeah, dude, for like franchise movies, like how fucking rare is that? Where it's like you pluck like, I don't know, Chloe Zhao and then she makes the Eternals or whatever. And it's this feels like Chloe Zhao's new movie for sure. Yeah, this is definitely not one for them. And like, this was like, it's so cool that like this is how I love that this is what Sam Raimi is doing with this franchise.
Yeah.
Because I think he probably doesn't want to make another Evil Dead movie himself without Bruce Campbell, and doing another one with Bruce Campbell might actually kill him.
No, Bruce is out. Bruce is done. Yeah. Which is it's a huge shame. It's a huge like, God, that guy was just so fucking awesome. I can't recommend Ash versus the Evil Dead.
That's the thing. I haven't seen that.
I've
never seen
Ash versus Evil Dead.
I don't know why.
It's so good. Well, it was on Stars.
That's why.
And nobody, even Bruce Campbell was like, who the fuck has heard of Stars? Like, why did we even
Not me.
We could have done Showtime, HBO, but no, fucking Stars. Hey, man, wherever you can get it. But, like, yeah, it's if you want to feel like you want to reminisce on, like, oh, I wish the new movies were more like the old movie. Just you have Ash versus the Evil Dead, and that's what that is,
dude. And like nobody's gonna do that style better than they did it already. No. So like I think definitely the move is like exactly what Sam Raimi's doing, which is like hey, saw this weird French movie about spiders. Like,
yeah, let's fucking get him.
Let's get that guy to do a fucking Evil Dead movie and like just kind of let him do whatever he wants and like put faith in this like ambitious director and like, dude, you get this fucking brutal, gnarly ass movie.
So yeah, there's a lot of like really small, painful moments.
There's some stuff in this movie that's like gonna fucking stick with me, and like
shit,
that one was the fucking
and the balls with the dog, man. I swear, I mean, because the dog is like, okay, yeah,
the way they do it too.
The way they do it's really fucked up. And yes, the dog deadite dies immediately. Whatever. Dogs are a pain in the ass to work with on a film set. I get it. But the way that they killed the dog was so horrendous and like
it was cruel. It was so cruel. So mean spirited.
It was so mean spirited. And that's even for a franchise like Evil Dead, that's pretty rare to cross that kind of line.
And I was talking to my girlfriend about this too because it's like I'm going to contrast this a little bit with Lee Cronin's The Mummy that just came out a few months ago.
I'm not even watching that.
Because ironically, because Lee Cronin did, Evil Dead Rise, if you don't know. And then I don't know if turned down this movie or if they just decided to get another director. I'm not sure, but it doesn't feel like it was Lee Cronin's choice to turn it down because The Mummy was basically an Evil Dead movie, but just way worse in like every way. And like that movie felt like empty shock value across the board, where it's like it's not even that dissimilar from Evil Dead Rise, but I think it's just the story where there's like so much violence against kids in that movie, and like honestly, like, if this is your first impression of me, don't get me wrong. I am fucking really okay with movies like killing kids because it does actually like make the stakes work for me. But like that movie was like, it felt like a child trying to get attention from you, like look at this like vulgar thing I can say, or like this like fucked up image I can put in your head. And it was like, that's all that it had going for it. And it doesn't like pay off in any way. And it also doesn't make sense in the context of the movie. That movie sucks.
I've seen a lot of dorks online being like, no, it's part of the extended Evil Dead universe.
It's not.
It's not.
I
haven't even seen it, and I'm sure
it's hope more.
It's just like, yeah.
For what? It's a fucking Mummy movie. Like, all the Mummy fans coming out of the woodwork. Fuck you.
It's a silly fucking creature.
Not real people.
Fucking Brandon Fraser. Those movies are good. Those movies are the real
mummies are fucking like not scary.
Yeah,
so that's how you play them.
They're a product of like colonialism and
they're like not a scary thing.
Oh, look at this thing! If I check out this,
what the hell is this?
Yeah,
we don't have
like
this
breaking up those bones and like snorting the fucking dust and shit like that.
Desecrating a fucking grave.
Yeah, they're just going ham.
But this movie though, Killing the Dog, it had kind of a purpose because then we get to the like sort of the Hellhound idea, and also then it's like it was honestly just added a good reason for why they can't make a run for it, because it's like, there's a fucking dog outside that's gonna chase him down.
I will say, like, her running from the house and ending up back at the construction site of the memorial or whatever, it did feel a little bit like that was like, God, she must have ran like fucking 20 miles.
Okay, actually, yeah, good. You did ask me if there was anything that I didn't like about the movie, and this is like, so that overall, like, the abrasive like style of it, I could see some people maybe singling out certain instances of like, yeah, that was like a bit of a reach in terms of like the cut or the framing, or, like just technical shit like that. For me, I was into it the whole time, but like it's got a style, and if that doesn't work for you, the whole movie's probably fucked, honestly, like for you.
Yeah.
But the third act, like specifically, the construction and the burning husband, like that stuff was like, I think if the movie hadn't built up so much goodwill with me, I might have been a little bit more like disappointed in the CG of it, and like and also just like, I guess it didn't, but I was so into it that I didn't think about like the logistics of getting to that location while I was watching it. But like now you're saying it, it makes sense. Like I definitely don't disagree, but like, because I liked the story beat of what the monster was,
right.
Like I was like, I think this makes sense as like the kind of final boss sort of thing. Like most of the Evil Dead movies kind of have like this thing at the end that sort of shows up, whether it's a big hand or a big face, or or in like the remake, just a different version of the main character, which was fucking lame. But then Evil Dead Rise had a good limb monster at the end.
I like the limb monster a lot.
Yeah, the limb monster. The limb ball.
Limb mom parent ball.
Limb ball mom.
Mommy parent ball.
Mommy parent ball.
Yeah, Brandon's losing it right now.
He's thinking about his mommy parent.
Mommy parent balls.
Yeah. Oh, but so like this one, in terms of like what it actually meant for the story, I was like honestly pretty good. So I was kind of like, I think because I was like so into like what was happening on the page, I wasn't so like like put off by like the execution of it. But I could recognize the execution being like imperfect, but like fuck man, it's an Evil Dead movie.
I know.
We're gonna talk about imperfect execution.
It's really like just crazy that this weird little fucking student film that a bunch of kids put together back in the day is just still going.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed that it's bled over into the mainstream because there was like this huge drought before like the 2014 remake or 13 or whatever it was.
I think it was 13. Yeah,
I think it was 13. And we were just, as an Evil Dead fan, like you had the comics, you had the video games, you had like the special editions with like maybe new commentary or something like that, but there wasn't any like really like new media, and people really resonate with this. They really resonate with like the anxiety of like your family or your loved ones or even now your pets, like just like turning it against you, and it's just struck a chord, which I love.
Was that dry spell kind of like, was that just a result of like Army of Darkness being such a bomb, or like why did that even happen? You know, like you would kind of think.
Yeah, it was a few things. It was Army of Darkness for sure. It was like just weird rights bullshit, because like Army of Darkness is owned by another fucking. When Ash versus the Evil Dead premiered, the first season, they could not legally reference Army of Darkness at all. They could only reference what happened in the first two movies, because they didn't own the rights. And then in the second and third season, they could actually go into all that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's like complications due to rights. It's obviously like Army of Darkness flopped super hard.
Yeah.
It was niche. I mean, when we showed it to our producer, Brandon, our like, lovely, illustrious, luscious boy, Brandon.
What did he say about it? He said,
who the fuck is this for? And we were like,
who's this for?
Us.
We're like, yep.
It's us. What little fucking weirdos like this shit? It's us, motherfucker.
We had him outnumbered in the room, but the world has us outnumbered in terms of his concern about that film, because evidently it is not for most people.
It is a jacked up sci-fi channel movie, and I love it. I absolutely love it.
I was like, I love this, and then even while we were watching it, I was like, yeah, who is this for?
I know.
Like, it's such a fucking like, why was that what they did for the third movie? Like, I'm not complaining, but I'm just like wondering who let this happen. Thank you.
They were just trying to like, if we make it not gory and we get it out there.
Yeah, what if we make it like a kids movie kind of
make it like a swashbuckler, but he's got
like
a chainsaw
sex and like implication of like sex with skeletons.
Yeah. It's a lot of and titties. There's actually some pretty good titties in that movie. Briefly, some brief good titties.
Yeah, like why? So it's like, who? Yeah, really, who is this for? But like, I mean, I love Army of Darkness, but but also, honestly, and I'm gonna be like super real with our rewatch. There was like the middle part where I was like, "Oh fuck, this is like really dragging for me," and like I'm still. I think I was sort of like, if I hadn't seen this like when I did, because I mean, I don't know about you. I saw all these movies. I think you probably saw them a little younger than me, but I saw the original. I saw the original three. Like I think
I was widely unsupervised as a child.
I think I was probably like 14 or 15 when I saw them. So I was like, honestly, I was pretty much exactly the right age to just like be into them and have like enough consciousness to be able to like have opinions about them.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I think if I hadn't seen Army of Darkness at that age and just saw it now, I would maybe be kind of like disappointed in it as like a follow-up to the previous two, but like
for sure
now I do kind of like looking at the whole like franchise. I like that everyone for the most part is kind of just its own thing. The remake being the like exception there, because it's pretty much just the first movie with like a few little things that like
they had to gas it up a little bit.
It's like, I don't know that, but like the Army of Darkness, like I'm not surprised that could have just kind of tanked the prospects of this being like a consistent, like, kind of like Nightmare on Elm Street sort of thing. Or like,
they're
a
also,
yearly entry.
They're very, practical effects forward, and like, doing like a period piece is never easy too. Mm-hmm. They went from shooting it in like a tiny fucking house to like, now we have a castle and shit.
People with like suits of armor.
and they still shot that movie for pretty fucking cheap. My first exposure to Army of Dark, I knew of it in reference because I was a huge Billy and Mandy fan as a kid.
Oh, yeah, same.
And they had this character, Haas Delgado, which is a direct parody of Ash Williams.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't seen the show in forever, but that makes a lot of sense. Okay.
I was a
that's so fucking funny.
For that. And then I saw Army of Darkness. My tutor showed it. Shout out Garrett Stroman of Stroman Language Tutoring.
Shout out Garrett.
Garrett, I love you, buddy. Yeah, he sat me down and showed me when I was like 10, and I was like, "This is the best thing I've ever seen," and I just became so obsessed with it. It became like a huge like special interest of mine. So that was my first exposure to it.
What I wouldn't mind, honestly, is like taking another stab at that like time period, or just like a different like time period of Evil Dead stuff.
Yes,
I'm curious about like where they're gonna go from here. You didn't watch the post-credit scenes, did you?
I didn't.
In this movie.
No,
okay.
shit.
I did. There were 2.
Shit.
But before I even say that, like the next movie, I think it's called Evil Dead Wrath, which I think is coming out next year. And again, another director, but that guy, the one who's directing the new one, I don't remember his name, but he did a movie called The Last Stop in Yuma County.
Yes,
like
you've
2
been
years
telling me
ago.
to watch that. Everybody that I know who's seen it loves it.
It's great. It's like, it's kind of weird because we're sort of at a point with like that movie, and there's another movie called Strange Darling that came out the same year, I think, where they feel like almost like homages to Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah,
which is like,
that
it's kind of like
Tarantino feel. Yeah.
Yeah, but like not in the like it's a film student trying to write Reservoir Dogs, like in a way where it's like, oh yeah, I guess these are probably just people who are around the age where they grew up watching those movies, and it's like, you know, kind of naturally seeped its way into like the flavor of their writing. And yeah, like The Last Stop at Yuma County is like the most Quentin Tarantino movie that he's never directed. And
I gotta see it. Yeah.
And it's really good. It's a really fucking good movie. So like again, like I got total faith in like these director picks for these movies. But I'm curious, like, because I don't know if there were like maybe connections to Evil Dead Rise in this movie that I didn't totally like pick up on. Maybe there were like some allusions. I know there's like some like there's like the frame. I mean, this isn't Evil Dead Rise, but there was like a framed picture of Bruce Campbell in the background at one point. And then
fuck yeah!
The car was in like a picture my girlfriend caught. So like,
oh shit, okay.
So it's like there's stuff in there that, you know, is like, but those just kind of feel like Easter eggs. And to me, that's like the right way to do it, where it's like it's in there for the fans to find it, but it's not in your fucking face, distracting from the movie that is supposed to be playing for you. You know?
That's a way to kind of like just keep the young blood there and like not be dragged down by the extended lore and all the fucking dumb bullshit I care about.
Exactly.
But,
yeah.
but yeah, I did read somewhere that like Evil Dead Rise, Evil Dead Burn, and Evil Dead Rise, they're all connected by Army of Darkness because there was 3 Necronomicons in Army of Darkness. And that's it.
Right.
There's no. I don't think there's any connection to the original remake from 2013. But
I don't think so. I would be surprised if there is. Like, I mean, just because it's so far in the past.
Yeah.
But here's what happens in the end credit scene. It's well, there's 2. First of all, there's the first one is just the legless grandma. Like crawling down the street, and then like someone stops to try to help her out, like this young woman, and the grandma's acting all like sad and helpless, and she's like, "Oh, they took my legs," and like the lady crouches down, and she's like, "Yours will do fine," and she like grabs the girl and like scratches her legs, and I think it just cuts there, but I was like, that's fun. The grandma's just out there crawling around.
I love it.
And then the second one was way weirder because it. To me, and I'm curious if this is true or not, but I feel like maybe Lee Cronin directed this scene because it didn't feel like the rest of the movie at all. And it just the mom from Evil Dead Rise just shows up in it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and like I don't know why.
Wait, the one with the little girl at the end, or
the redhead possessed mom, like the main Deadite in Evil Dead Rise.
But they threw her into fucking.
So like here's what happens is it's in like the funeral home.
Okay.
Where they had the funeral in this movie.
Okay.
And like the woman who's like who owns the property or whatever.
Okay,
she's there with her like young daughter in the post-credit scene, who's like probably around the age of the girl in Evil Dead Rise, like the little girl. And like for whatever reason, they're in a room full of like urns. And the little girl is asking, like, what are all these for? And the mom is like, oh, this is actually kind of sad. It's like it's the ashes of the people whose families never come to pick them up. So we keep them here for like a few months until you know, if someone remembers to come pick them up or whatever. And then she leaves the room and the little girl's there by herself. And then like she like looks in a mirror and like sees herself, and then it cuts away and she looks back in the mirror, and then the mom from Evil Dead Rise is like standing there. And she says something, I don't remember what, but then she basically goes like, mama's back, and then like snaps the little girl's neck, and she's fucking bleeding out of her neck, like, and just dies.
God damn, dude, I should have stayed for that shit. I'm gonna have to see it again.
So I don't know what that's about. Like, I mean, I'm like, I don't know if they're implying that those are her ashes in an urn, because I'm like, I don't think that they would have like sorted those out from the rest of the bodies that she like collapsed into in Evil Dead Rise. And also, like, I don't think this is Los Angeles, so I have no idea how that makes any sense or what that means, or if it's like
it's a little sloppy, but
I don't think this is in France.
No, it's not in France.
Nobody's French in it except the girl who's from France.
Oh, she said she's gonna go back to France.
Right.
Trying to colonize. They're trying to invade us.
Yeah, fucking frogs.
They're coming for us.
They're gonna get us.
They're coming for you.
They're gonna make us start wearing cologne and eating baguettes and fucking riding bicycles. Are you kidding me right now?
Not in my country.
Not in my backyard.
Not in my fucking smog-ridden city.
Not in my baguette. Is that going in my butt?
Yes.
What do we want to do? Recommendations? Like?
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. So I kind of thought of a few because Rick, what was your sort of prompt for this? Like, we kind of had an angle here.
Yeah. Well, let me look. Other than like Evil Dead, did this film remind you of anything other?
Yes.
Kind of movies that you'd like to recommend that maybe don't have to actually pertain to like, horror, but like, or maybe like, family dramas. And like, there was this like one French drama actually. I'll Google it real quick.
French drama. I don't know. There's not that many of those, so.
Here's, I got it down to something. God damn. No, it's not that. Oh shit. Oh my God. Oh man, I just saw it on the Criterion channel. Maybe it was Christmas actually.
French Christmas.
It did remind me a little bit of just like
movie.
the tenseness of it. Was it literally just called a Christmas thing? That's some bullshit. Family, it's French Christmas comedy drama. Yeah, this is it. It's called A Christmas Tale from 2008. It's a little long. It's 150 minutes. So,
okay. So like Evil Dead Burn.
Yeah, a little bit. No, it's slow, but I liked it a lot. It's very, very like dry.
Not a horror movie.
No.
Cool.
It's about this woman. She gets cancer and she goes home for the holidays, and it's about her. And she has like terminal cancer, so she like can't like fuck around, and it's just like, but cancer, so buddy. If you got cancer, fuck you.
Zing.
No, but it just I don't know. I don't know if it was because it was a French director or like France does have a big theme here in a way, or at least it's like through like a French person's direction.
Right, yeah.
So I would recommend A Christmas Tale just because it's about a dysfunctional family of people who are very intelligent, but they all get on each other's nerves, and it's everybody's smoking cigarettes and yelling at each other.
It's in the spirit of the French experience, which once again is a nightmare.
It's really bad. It's really, I would not recommend it.
The French experience.
The French experience, man. And
I've been to Paris. I wouldn't recommend it either.
Oh God! And right now, I bet it stinks. I bet that's
I bet it stinks all the time there.
Yeah, but right now, a hot fucking 100-degree humidity. Oof. Woof.
Woof. Yeesh. It's fucking hot in here too.
I know.
Ass off, honestly.
And I also have to plug a few. Like, if you like this movie, I think French extremism. That's one of my favorite genres. If you like, like I think it was called A Razor Blade Romance in France. No, it's called High Tension. High Tension.
I know
I like
High
High Tension a lot. Pretty much anything by that director is gonna kind of fit that. And
I'm sure this guy loves Gaspar Noé.
Yeah. Oh man.
Give him an Evil Dead movie.
Actually,
I don't think I want to see that.
It's going to be a lot of
good, honestly, and whatever he would fucking do with that.
It's going to be a lot of butt stuff.
A lot of butt stuff. A lot of family stuff.
It's not going to be great. Any movies you would like to recommend?
Yeah, totally. I got one that was like the contained kind of like family tension aspect of it. There's a movie called Krisha that came out in I think 2016. It's directed by Trey Edward Schultz, who's the guy who did this movie, it was his first movie. It was like shoestring budget, just a bunch of people in a house like doing a thing. And then we did a thing in a house, and then but then after that he did It Comes at Night, which is like
I never saw that, but I heard
the biggest marketing lie of all time.
Shit.
It's a great movie, but like, man, does A24 love to fucking lie to general audiences about what the movie is they're buying a ticket to.
You heard it here first, folks. A24 is a bunch of dirty fucking liars.
They love to lie to people. I don't know why. Just like, get a general audience in there to see a movie that a general audience is gonna hate. Let's trick them. Like, that's a great way to prop up new filmmakers. Whatever. Fuck you guys. We'll just make it with AI in the future anyway.
Oh, man.
But Krisha is like, Trey Edward Schultz's first movie, and all of his movies have been really good, except he weirdly did the Weekends movie last year for some reason.
Weekends. Oh, the one with
Hurry Up Tomorrow
or some shit.
No, like
that's Bodies.
Yeah. No, The Weekend with like, it was Olivia Rodrigo is in it, I think. Okay, I don't know. It's like such a weird fucking vanity project movie that is just, it's like, don't watch it. It's not like a so bad it's good thing. It's just like, it's just really, really boring. But for some reason, Trey Edward Schultz directed it.
Oh my God.
But Krisha's great. It's kind of like basically like an older, like kind of drug addicted, sort of clean, sort of on the verge of relapse, like woman coming back to visit her like estranged family. I think it's during Thanksgiving.
Okay.
But it's all just in a house. It's all just like family drama stuff. It is not a horror movie, but it is fucking really tense and claustrophobic, and like it's basically a suspense thriller that kind of gets that out of just real human drama. It's really fucking good. And then this other movie that I was thinking of during this, just kind of tonally, I guess, and also weirdly with cancer too. Ingmar Bergman's Cries and Whispers.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which like is not a horror movie, but there are moments in it that I think are absolutely terrifying, and like from not even just the like oh, you have to think about it and think about like the horrors of losing a loved one or whatever. Like that's in there for sure, but it's also just like there are images in it that are just scary to look at, and sounds that are like awful and unpleasant to listen to.
Bergman's awesome. I mean, the Seventh Seal.
Yeah, Seventh Seal is awesome.
So fucking good.
One of my favorite directors ever. But
might have been a Nazi, but fuck it. You know. Whatever.
Oh no way. Oh no.
You know, a little Nazi.
No.
It's got a little Nazi in him. You know what? It's all right. Smooth it over. Might have been just a little bit of a Nazi, but
fuck. Wait, maybe I did know that. I don't care. What? Honestly, whatever. His movies are fucking.
He's
awesome.
dead. Fuck it.
He's dead. You can't do it anymore. You can't do any more Nazi shenanigans.
You heard it here, folks.
He can't do any more Nazi shenanigans.
No more
dead.
Nazi shenanigans for Bergman.
But Cries and Whispers is like, it's like I don't know. There's like this is going to be kind of a stretch because it's not like a horror movie necessarily. Like it's not necessarily a movie about like ghosts or possession. But there's a scene in that movie that like almost plays like it's about to become like an Evil Dead kind of horror movie, possession movie, and it's basically just about someone who's dying from cancer, and it's just a horrific way to die.
I gotta see that, man.
It's really good. I saw it in a theater. I didn't realize it was going to be like as much of a nightmare to watch as it was. But yeah, so Cries and Whispers, definitely if you want to go a little bit into the horror of art house cinema, that's the way to go.
That's the lane we're rolling in. I don't know what we're doing for our next episode, but we gotta keep with that. We gotta
yes, yeah. Well, I kind of alluded to the idea of us ranking the Evil Dead movies at the end of it, and then I forgot to do it. So yeah, fuck it, we're just gonna do it.
Yeah,
freak it. Let's freak it.
I mean, we're talking about the remake series, right? Because like.
Oh, I was just gonna do all of them.
Oh, fuck. Okay. All right.
I mean, like, okay. Well, here I'll just do mine, like, because
I
do think it's like kind of interesting where this would like fit in with all of them. Bottom to top, definitely the 2013 remake is my least favorite. I think it's just got the least interesting stuff going on, and it's kind of like, I think besides like the violence that it has going for it, there's not much else. It's literally the only one where I'm like irritated by the characters and the logic of the scenes, like. Scene to scene, I have like issues with the movie, and that's not really how I feel about any of the other ones. And then I guess after that, like second to last for me would I guess be Evil Dead Rise, even though I really like it. And then like and then my favorite two are going to be the original two. So like the middle part here is what's interesting to me, because like honestly right now with all of them fresh in my mind, I think I would say Army of Darkness, and then I would put this movie above Army of Darkness, which is like my hot take, and that's kind of why I wanted to like maybe mention this, because like I think besides the original two, this is the best of them.
Yeah, I get that. Let me think. I mean, it's going to be easier for me to go like top to bottom.
Yeah, go for it.
I mean, Evil Dead 2.
Yeah, that's my favorite too. That would be
my
number
favorite
one.
And then the original Evil Dead, then Army of Darkness. Army of Darkness just has that childhood thing with me. I saw it so young. I credit it with this deep fascination with horror. You know, I don't think I would be here doing this if it wasn't really for that movie. And then, I would say, you know, I'm gonna give it to Evil Dead Rise.
Above this one?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Just a little bit. I just think it's a slightly tighter film. And I think they're just neck and neck. That's the issue with me. I think the only reason why I liked Evil Dead Rise a little bit more is because I thought the final creature was a little more interesting. Like the idea of like a mother melding with her children, and it's like this like horrible Freudian spider nightmare. Is like
Freudian family ball. Yeah,
it's just a little bit more interesting than a guy on fire, which I'm not trying to put down. I'm not trying to put down, but it just felt slightly tighter. And then this, the 2013 remake is probably gonna be
bottom, right? Yeah.
It just felt. I mean, I think the remake does have something going for it in terms of it's just like we wanted this to feel down and dirty like the original and just kind of feel grimy.
Yeah.
It felt like a very, very plussed up like Dimension Extreme film. If you've ever seen any of those kinds of like straight to DVD or VOD films, it just felt like that. It felt very grimy and weird and like just slightly had a higher budget.
It does feel like, if I say this in a good way, honestly, it does feel trashy.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't really, it's like, I don't think that you really would be allowed to even make it that way. Like now, I think it would need to be like a little more elevated in some way. Like this new one is kind of like about something.
What are you? Oh, you fucking fiend!
I'm just gonna pop in and say,
you fiend!
Is he doing his rank? Are you doing your ranking?
My ranking is 2.
Yeah.
And then Rise.
Oh yeah, right. You liked Rise.
Yeah.
And then Burn.
Yeah.
And then 1.
Wow.
And then
oh man.
I guess.
I swear to God, if you put the remake above Army of Darkness, motherfucker.
Army of Darkness.
There you go.
and then
we're about to get shut down before we even started.
We're gonna pounce on him.
We're gonna fucking get like so many angry nerds at your fucking apartment, just being like, "Where is he?"
That's valid though. I honestly like on the rewatch dude, honestly, like Army of Darkness did not hit for me the same way that it did when I saw it at a younger age.
Yeah, no, it's impossible. It's a very good entry level into horror because it's so campy.
Yeah, sure.
But it does feel like, you know, Princess Xena warrior, you know, extravaganza nonsense. That was Sam's world. He was coming from that. So I can kind of.
It feels sincere. Like, I mean, it does. Like, you don't watch that movie and go like, "Oh, these guys are being forced to make this." Like, it feels like they're having fun with it.
Yeah, man, they had a blast making that, and you know, it's tight in a way. It's 70 minutes. It feels like a comic book come to life. You know, and I don't know. It just sets up Ash vs. Evil Dead. I love that show. I fucking love it. We all gotta watch it sometime.
Yeah, definitely. Well, maybe we'll talk about that here sometime too, because it's something that I've been putting off watching. But yeah, Army of Darkness, the thing that I think would be worth revisiting in terms of like the future of this franchise is like the idea of doing another period piece with these, because like I don't know, I'd watch a cowboy Evil Dead movie.
Oh my god, dude! Yeah, cowboy. You know, like Irish famine. I don't know. There's been a lot of good Irish horror out recently.
Do a Victoria, like a Wuthering Heights, like love triangle movie, Evil Dead.
Like a better version of that. What was that movie? Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
Oh fuck yeah, right. Do that, but good.
Yeah, you know the book was fucking sick. But
I remember that book.
Yeah. The movie kind of. I don't know what I.
Is that the guy who wrote the Zombie Survival Guide, or is
no? That's Max Brooks.
Right, that's a World War Z guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, right.
And he wrote a sick Bigfoot book too. Where Bigfoot just like rips apart people and shit.
Dude,
and there's Bigfoot fucking.
Bigfoot fucking, right. It's a good year for monster fuckers, so you know we'll leave you with that.
we're gonna be doing our next episode soon. We will figure that out.
I have some ideas. I have some good ideas. Yeah. If you have ideas, tell us. I think you maybe get an idea of the fucked up shit that we're into. So
yeah, we gotta start strong.
So shoot.
We gotta be like my child. We gotta start the boy strong.
We gotta start the boy strong, just like Rick's child.
Yeah. My boy's gonna be so strong. I'm gonna feed him nothing but cinder blocks and Elmer's glue. I don't know.
Listener engagement.
Yes.
Tease the next episode.
Yes.
We did that.
Hey, if you like us, and you probably don't, but if you do, if you've watched this long,
give a shit if you like.
We don't give a shit. But if you watch this long, we do appreciate it. Make sure to where's this going? Like YouTube?
Where are you putting this? Yeah.
Yeah, just hit a like, subscribe. Comment, tell us what we're doing wrong.
Send a letter.
Send a letter. Carrier pigeon.
We'll post our fax number.
IDF drone. Anything you feel like.
Yeah.
Anything you feel like. Bomb us.
Plentiful these days.
Put us out of our misery. No, just let us know how we can improve the show. This is very raw. This is very real.
Yeah.
We're running and gunning, and we're figuring out as we go. But we really do appreciate your time.
Yeah.
Which is the most valuable resource that you can give us. And we're very appreciative to you, the audience member. I'm very appreciative of this lovely man right here and that beautiful, sexy beast behind the camera.
Baby boy.
Beautiful baby boy.
Beautiful baby boy.
And I love you guys. I love all you guys. So thank you for hanging around.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna diddle a chicken.
I'm not going home. I'm staying here. Good night.
Good night.
And good luck.
Good luck. You'll need it.